Hi there everyone, it's Easy coming to you Sunday evening. Today was my birthday, my Hebrew birthday. You know, we have a Hebrew calendar as well. So I just want to come and have a birthday pipe and give everybody a blessing, as is our custom. Everybody should have health, wealth, and all their desires fulfilled for the best, as they say. It's a nice, cold, dry evening. We forecast a storm, so I don't know what's going to be the next couple of days. So I thought I'd have this pipe with you guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful Stanwell Church Warden Hans and Christian Andersen pipe. It also has a short stem, which is very, very nice. But I don't know if you can see. Really nice grain. And the shape of this pipe, the curve, is absolutely amazing. As you can see, nice thick walls. Smoke's very cool. Great pipe for sipping tobacco. I'm finishing off some delicious Seattle Plum Pudding. And my beverage is a sweet tea. Fruits of the forest, like blackcurrants and raspberries and kind of things like that. In my BRTV mug, I'm not sure, you might see everything back to front. The iPhone does do that sometimes. So hope all is well. Almost finished. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this one. It's a real staple on the YTPC. It comes in these gorgeous flakes. This got pretty dry, even though it's been in a mason jar. English Balkan pressed tobacco, a rich blend of Latakia, Orientals, Virginias, Perique and Cavendish. A Joe Lackford blend. A very, very nice Balkan. I find that when I smoke it, I need to every so often have a drink of something to cleanse the palate. It reminds me a lot of Balkan Supreme, which is probably a bit of a disappointment for many people. Balkan Supreme is a bulk blend. It has subtle notes. It is a subtle tobacco. I do find that the taste profile does alter with the puffs. We start off, you know, a lot of Balkans. Sometimes you get a little bit of Perique, a little bit of sweetness, smokiness. I remember when I opened the tin, the smell was absolutely divine, and it was moist, very moist. I had it for quite some time. Even though it's been in a mason jar, I don't know why it's kind of dried up a bit, which is kind of surprising. Maybe it's because of a little tobacco in it. I keep opening the jar and taking tobacco out, maybe. A lot of flavour here, a lot of flavour. Maybe I should have had it with a coffee. I think plum pudding's a real must for those of us that like our letter K's. It's always interesting the different takes different blenders have on the plum pudding. Balkan stock English. I remember when I started smoking a pipe, I had a lot about this in the YTPC. This was like a very, very spoken of tobacco. I think you have a sister blend, the Mississippi River. They also made some new ones now, right? Some plum pudding extra reserve. I know some people say it's absolutely amazing. Some people say it's just the same stuff. I don't know. I suppose beauty in the eye of the beholder. Anyway, just wanted to come to you and wish everybody a good week. It's been very interesting the past month or so. They started to tax disposable plates and cups here in Israel. I heard this happening in many places in the world. On one hand, you know, one can really kind of understand why. Plastic isn't good. Unfortunately, here in Israel, we use too much plastic. But I remember in England, or when I visit the States, there's a lot of paper plates and paper cups, and I think that's much, much better. I think that's the way to go. Also here in Israel, they aren't too fond of those paper bags. I remember when you visit the States, you go to Macy's and the big department stores, you get these lovely brown paper bags, and really nice about those paper bags, and they are biodegradable. So my kids were talking about, you know, how now they're taxing, you know, the disposable plates, which kind of in a way, you know, kind of hurts the people, you know, the fancy people that drink out of crockery and, you know, they have time to wash up and everything, have dishwashers. It's generally like, you know, the families where both parents go to work and they have a lack of time. And they're usually people are most hit with these kind of taxes. I mean, one of the good things that they did in Israel now is they started to put on all foods that contain an excessive amount of sugar, kind of warning that this drink contains a lot of sugar, or foods that contain a lot of salt. There's a warning this food contains a lot of salt, and vice versa also regarding fats as well, trans fats. This is a good way to go. There is talk here as well, they're going to start taxing fizzy drinks and stuff, Cokes, and my kids were pretty upset about it. So I did remind them a couple of years ago when all this nonsense with tobacco started, you remember, with the FDA. And I said to them, you know, once you start taxing food, who knows where it's going to stop. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll go to work, we will pay taxes. I think we are adults, and we should be maybe encouraged to use recyclable items, but the taxing, for the most part, usually hurts those that don't have the funds, because those who have the funds are going to buy anyway, I'm going to think twice. So being on some of the big supermarkets here in Israel, when you go shopping, if you take plastic bags, they charge you, but it's ridiculous. I mean, you're talking about maybe 5 pence or, I don't know, 10 cents for a plastic bag. Doesn't really hit anyone. I myself like using these big reusable bags. I think it's the responsible thing to do. But there always the people out there that take tons of plastic bags, and you know, that's really not good. It was interesting when I was, usually the recyclable bags here cost money as well. When I was visiting the States about a month or so ago, I popped into Target, and there are these great recyclable bags. So whenever I go to Target, I like to always do the self-service. You know, it's always nice. You don't sound the line, beep, 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 you go in and out. Much quicker. I saw these bags there, so I said to the lady, how much the bags cost? I said, bags are free. I think that's also the way to go. If you want really people to use recycled products, you gotta give it to them. I mean, obviously they make the money other ways, you know. Anyway, it's a little rant about recycling and taxation. But my kids kind of, you know, have two young married daughters. Sometimes it's hard for them, you know, washing up with the little kids and everything, you know. The kind of feeling, you know, they used to cost like, I would say the price has probably tripled on the plastic plates. I remember as a kid, those paper plates rather in England, they always get soggy and like, you know. But I think paper is the way to go. That's interesting how things come around. And he said to me, you know, Dad, when you spoke about taxation of tobacco, and you said to me to be taxed, you know, once this goes through, who knows where it's going to end? Who knows where it's going to end? Well, I was speaking to a few of my friends in England and in the States, and the prices have gone up. The past month or so, food has gone up greatly. I have a friend in the Israeli smoking community, pipe smoking community, truck driver, and I was saying that since the COVID, the past 6 months, there's a shortage of metal in the whole world. So, you know, people, you know, companies buy these really expensive trucks, and there's no money to make their trailers, or, you know, the cranes and the cabins that go on the back, all those kind of bits and pieces. So it's interesting how the COVID is affecting things. You know, I don't know how we got onto that. A bit of a rant. Sorry about that, excuse me, guys. Anyway. I'd be happy to hear your thoughts on this blend. It's truly a favorite of many. Have a great evening, weekend and holiday. God bless you all. Izzy. Take it easy, guys.